Hey guys, JR here, today with another adventure from DK Adventure Co. It's actually going to be a little different from some of our other videos. Just me doing a solo trip. It's a little cold, going to be a little possibly rainy. Nothing super crazy as far as a backpacking trip goes, but just a couple miles, and I'm at Fort Mountain. I'm here, National Forest, mountains in the background. I'm actually at an overlook right before I get to the mountain. Just wanted to stop by and check it out since I'm a little ahead of time, just kind of relaxing, having a good time. So yeah, got a solo backpacking trip today. Just gonna have a nice relaxing video, maybe a little more chill, try some different things out, and we'll see how you guys like it. Alright, so I just got to the park, doing some little stretches here to limber up. I'm feeling a little stiff. Got to get the blood flowing. A little cool, probably about low 50s, high 40s maybe. But should warm up into the 50s with the sun out later. It's already coming up, as you can see. It's not quite 10 o'clock. So hoping to be at the site in a couple hours. We'll see how it goes. Just kind of a leisurely stroll today. Not really in a rush, just kind of relaxing. Getting everything ready. Just got the backpack here, making a few changes at the last minute here and filling up my water before we start. Just got a little lakeside trail here, the beginning of the hike. Going to be doing probably about 1.5 miles, 2 miles today, nothing crazy, but just kind of, again, relaxing, catching the views, just having a nice afternoon and evening. Nothing overly complex, just want to get out. And when you see views like this, it makes you want to get out more. Alright, we're off the lakeside and we're going to a different trail, and this one leads to my favorite trail, which is the Gold Mine Creek Trail, which is pretty close to our campsite actually. Got a fallen over tree here. I think I'm just going to go around here, but whoop. So far it's getting a little bit warmer. Probably will be taking off my puffy here soon, just so I don't sweat too much. Don't want to drench myself and get cold, but on to the next one. This is, again, one of my favorite trails that we do. It's the Gold Mine Creek Trail up here at the mountain. Has some nice little creek crossings, just a really unique, beautiful place. Kind of deeper down into the, not really a valley per se, but just kind of down by the mountain going to that lake that we passed by. So we'll show off the water in a little bit, and we'll see you then. One thing we were planning on highlighting with today's video was the differences between our spring hike and our winter hike that I'm doing right now. But honestly, as you can see, it's pretty lush and green still. Hasn't quite gotten super cold down here in Georgia yet. You know, there have been nights here and there, but overall, looks like things are still green. Probably when I get to my campsite, it'll be a little less full on the trees, but down here near the water, it's still looking pretty full. Got a nice little waterfall. I was hoping to see some higher water possibly, just because we did have some rains recently, but it's been 4 or 5 days, so that probably is past. But tomorrow morning when I'm hiking out, it's supposed to be raining, so we'll see what this looks like tomorrow morning. That should be interesting. Almost took a spill in the creek there. It's narrow. A little bit treacherous. All right, we are approaching Gold Mine Camp. A little bit back that ways. We'll see what we've got. All right, we're here. We've made it. Got our fire ring here, and a few spots, I think right around there, maybe where I'm putting the tent up, but kind of walk around, gouge some wood, think about it. Got the bear box over there. Gonna get settled in, take a little breather, and figure out what to do from here. All right, we got camp getting set up here. Got the tent up. Got the sleeping bag out rolled, and we're letting the mattress inflate a little bit. It usually gets about 60 to 70%. I give it a few puffs to top it off. Got my Nemo Pillow. One thing I am excited to try out, I've got this. It's like a pillowcase that goes around the pillow and then straps around the sleeping pad, so your pillow doesn't, you know, get tossed around. I'm actually very excited for this because I'm a person who tosses and turns in their sleep, side sleeper. And a lot of times when camping, my pillow will get just thrown around. It can be a pain in the butt. So we're going to test this out tonight, see how it works, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out. I think it'll work really well, and I'm hoping it'll improve my sleep. Kind of a neat little thing. Somebody built a little shelter out of pine trees and hanging off this. It looks like a dead tree. But got a little, would you call this a lean-to? This is kind of neat. Honestly, if it weren't supposed to rain tonight, it'd be kind of neat to sleep under here. Just to say I have and make some use of it. But you can see kind of they got the branches going across here. Pine needles kind of add some insulation, keep you from the wind a little bit. Really cool thing. I remember learning how to build stuff like this back in Boy Scouts back in the day, but it's been a while, and I do not remember what this was called. So, but really cool thing to find just off the campsite here, and just kind of exploring around. Taking a little hike just around the campsite here, hoping to find maybe a nice overlook for the sunset this evening. The other spot that we like to stay at on the mountain here overlooks the city of Chatsworth, and it's a really pretty view in the daytime and afternoon, but it's really cool also in the evening when it lights up and you can see the city. Obviously lights, nature, not always go together, but it's a nice view. I enjoy it, so I'm gonna try to find something like that possibly. If not, no big deal. All right, so I did not find an overlook, so unfortunate, but I've been gathering some firewood, so we got plenty of stuff here. I'm probably gonna gather a little more. I'd like to have a fire for a couple hours at least. It's gonna get dark, probably around 6 or so. Maybe get a fire going around 5 o'clock and have that run for a couple hours and just enjoy the evening. Alright, well, I have just completed reading my book. I've just been having a really relaxing time the past hour or two. It has dropped in temperature and the wind is picking up. You probably can't hear it now, but it's been gusting pretty good. It's getting a little cold, so it's about 4 o'clock now, and I think it's about time to start this fire. Been enjoying some whiskey, not by a fire, just, you know, while reading. It's been a great time. So we're gonna light this guy up and warm up, maybe cook a little dinner and have a little snack and enjoy the evening. This evening I will be keeping it simple. Well, at least as far as dinner goes, I've got a little treat for after dinner in the dark to keep warm. But I will just be doing a dehydrated meal. see, what do I got here? This is the Alpine Air Kung Pao grilled chicken. I've not had this one before. When I get my REI rewards each year, I tend to not really get stuff as much as I just get a few of these, however many I can pick up, especially like wait for a sale and you can pick up a good number of these with my REI bucks. I always know I'm gonna eat them, so I just like to stock up, that way when I go on a trip I've got them ready. So just gonna boil some water up on my little stove. I've got the MSR Pocket Rocket with me to eat this evening. Have one of these, and I got some hot chocolate for later. Haven't done that for camping, I don't believe. Got my little silicone cup, beer cup from Sierra Nevada Beer Camp. Did this a few years ago. It was a really good time. Sierra Nevada, I worked at a liquor store at the time, and they invited a few of us out to go to their beer camp. They had a lot of events and stuff, and you know, obviously free beer, pizza, and just keg bowling and little dirt bike thing going over ramps. It was a really great time. So really like these silicone cups though. Good for camping. You know, no glass doesn't break, and just good for stuff like this. So time to boil up some water and have some Kung Pao grilled chicken and see how it goes. Got a new one of these. Always got to get one of these for every trip. Not every trip, but after a couple trips you have to get a new one, and my other one felt light. I need to get one of those conversion things, but maybe that's the next thing I pick up. One thing I want to say is I really like these. I have the Toaks titanium pots. I forget the exact size of this one, but I really like it. Super light, obviously boils fairly quickly and cools down quickly after you heat stuff up. Definitely a great pickup. Ooh, there's some stuff in there I probably should have, that's fine. It'll be all right. We are live. All right, it's done warming up and rehydrating. So these are my first thoughts on the Kung Pao grilled chicken from Alpine Air. I'm supposed to stir it up after you open it again. So let's see what we got here. Looks pretty good. Smells really good. The flavor's good. It's not super strong. Little bit of a kick of a spice. I probably should have used a little more water, I think. The chicken's a little crunchy. Not crunchy, but a little tough. But the rice and the veggies are good. Definitely well hydrated. Probably could have used a slightly bit more water, but overall it's solid. Still the sweet pork and rice, I think it is, from one of the other brands I'd have to remember, but I'd give this like a solid 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5. It's all right. Definitely, like I said, the sweet pork and rice is definitely my favorite one that I've had. And if you guys have one that you guys like, especially from these backpacking meals, the dehydrated meals, I really like them. Simple, like very simple to make in the backcountry. Lightweight, just easy to do. I'm not somebody who likes to deal with a lot of moving parts and trash and cleanup, so if you guys have a favorite dehydrated meal, you should definitely comment below and let me know what you like so I can go and try it, because I'm still searching. It's getting a little cold, getting a little windy, and about to start getting dark, so you know what time it is. Time to start the fire. So once I get it roaring and going, we'll check back in with you. All right, we are well on our way here. Just been adding a few little things of kindling, but it's starting to feel a little warm, and I'm very excited for the future. Once I can put some of these bigger guys on here, we should be able to go deep into the night as long as I want. I think it's time we kick things up a notch and warm up with a little bit of hot chocolate. Maybe add a little extra special sauce to it. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice hot chocolate. And said I'd add a little extra. Marshmallows. That's what we're adding. You animals, what did you think it was? Just kidding. We got a little extra too. Bourbon hot chocolate keeps us nice and warm. Got the fire really rocking and rolling now, and we're about to enjoy the evening. I've got an album that I want to listen to, prog rock. As a kid, I always used to listen to prog and stuff when I would be sitting by the fire camping as a kid, kind of looking at the stars. So that's kind of the plan tonight. Just enjoy this hot chocolate, sit by the fire, look at the stars, and enjoy an album. Just kind of fall into the music. The evening is here. The darkness has arrived. It has descended upon us, as you can see. It is actually my favorite time of camping. I love it when it's dark. I can put my headlamp on and just kind of wander around in the dark and just enjoy the scary woods. Currently, rolling solo again. I am actually listening to an album, Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. Very fitting, maybe a little cliche, but just enjoying the night. After this album, I'll probably let this fire die down a little bit, maybe go to bed, just have an early morning. I think it's supposed to rain tonight, so that should be interesting. I may ride that out in the morning. We'll kind of see how it's going, maybe possibly cooking underneath my vestibule in the tent for some oatmeal in the morning, or maybe I'll just kind of skip that if it's raining and just have some protein bars, because that's what I've got with me. It's not a long walk back to the car, but just gonna kind of ride this night out and just have a nice night under the stars. Nice, maybe some rain patter, and we'll see how things go. I've just been kind of listening to music, taking some really cool pictures. It's been like a partially full moon tonight, so it's been really lit up. I've been just kind of looking up, watching the trees sway and sway, and the high winds and the low winds. It's really crazy to watch. Got the moon, kind of, it's clouded now, but earlier it was out, and it's actually fairly bright out here. So with the fire, the trees swaying, the partially full moon, I've been listening to some Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon, some other stuff. Been really getting into the mood. It's a little bit creepy. If you are into that kind of thing, it's been a really, really nice evening. Really having fun, but I'm actually going to be off to bed after this fire goes out here, so you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys in the morning. It'll probably be raining overnight, so there may be some updates. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so it's actually kind of early in the morning. It's about 6:30, I'd say. I actually am all packed up. It's supposed to rain this morning, and I woke up and there was no rain, so I kind of took advantage of not having to pack in the rain. Actually, it feels like it might be snowing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is snowing. It's not supposed to be this cold. And I'll admit I was a little colder than I thought I would be last night, because my bag is a 35-degree bag. It was supposed to be in the 40s. Obviously, we're on the mountain, so the weather's a little different than what the advertised is, but it was a little chilly last night. I slept okay, though. I sleep pretty warm generally, so I wasn't bad. It's just my toes were a little cold. So I'm packed up. I'm gonna put on the rain fly over my backpack, and I've got my rain jacket on instead of my puffy, and we're gonna make this little hike back. It's still dark, but I know the way pretty well. So, and I got this light, so we'll be good. It'll be kind of fun. Into the abyss we go. Well, I took a spill and landed directly on top of my pole. So I guess that's why we shouldn't be hiking in the cold and wet and dark, but just trying to beat the rain. That was probably a mistake. So sad to see, probably done, but only got maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile left to get back to the car, and the rain hasn't kicked up yet. So I'm good, a little bruised up, and this thing is toast, but we'll make it. Alright, well, I'm back. After that spill in the dark and wet, I decided that I should probably stop focusing on filming. Not that I was filming at the time, but I should stop focusing on filming and focus on keeping my footing and not slipping. Got a little bit of left side soreness after that. I don't think anything's like bad, just a little bruised up. One of my hiking poles is definitely done for, but it's alright. Still got one more. So this is the end of a nice weekend of solitude. Got to listen to some great music, see some really cool views of the moon last night. Really cool stuff. I took some good pictures. I'll post it in the video. It kind of looks like an old school like metal album or something. I could see it being like the cover of an Ozzy album or something like that. It was really cool. I'll definitely post those up. So otherwise, had a great time. Slept pretty well. The pillowcase strap thing that goes around the sleeping pad worked out pretty well. It was nice that my pillow was pretty much in the same spot. I think the only problem I had was I had something underneath of it to add a little bit of lift, because again, I'm a side sleeper and broad-shouldered. But that kept slipping out. But otherwise, it was fine. So we'll work on it. We'll keep improving, keep tuning, and anyway, everybody, hope you guys have a good time and hope you enjoyed watching the video. Maybe we'll see more of this, maybe we won't. We'll see what you guys like.